Okay, hopefully that helps. So I'm stimming in right here. As you can see, I have no medivacs and my units are stimmed to the point of destruction. But I do manage to kind of get in and do some damage. Let's take a look at the units lost. And in the meantime, I guess he, yeah, we're still not doing so great. And in the meantime, I guess he decided to pull back, or did he pull back? Give me a second, I can't actually remember. Does he pull back? Okay, yeah, he does pull back. Sorry about that. So let's just go quickly on to that. Me losing my units, blah blah blah, and here we are. He decides to pull back and do another type of contain. Now this was generally a good idea, but the fact is that I see him coming up, and I tried to attack him just before he gets in. But sadly, I'm not doing that great. So he still has one tank, and look at this. This is just one guy, okay? So just one of them was taking both of us on, and he was pretty much winning, if you ask me. But this planetary fortress right here would have prevented him from advancing any further, although he had a lot of reinforcements on the way. Alright now. So the red player is determined on taking a wow, my computer is lagging now. Wait, no, it's not lagging, it's the production, which is called D, not P. P is for pause. Okay, so our opponent Bronzo here is just desperate for an expansion. He takes this and he puts in 2 missile turrets. Although funny enough, the last time I took out his expansion, I did it without using any medivacs. So this contain, I think he's slowly starting to push. Yeah, he's slowly starting to push over, but I get my mind up. And oh, there goes my tank right there. That was a bit of a miss micro from me. So it's basically very important to watch out for your tanks. Now this is very bad. You know, it's pretty hard to get a decent surround because your Zerglings just keep going, you know, like a merry-go-round or merry-go-round, or what's it called, and they're pretty stupid. The AI doesn't know how to do that, so I guess you just need to move your troops or attack move them or something like that. In the meantime, Stoff guy is deciding to get up his gold expansion, and we were not doing anything about this. We were still deciding or figuring out what to do exactly. So the best idea was to go for a harass, which we are going to do. We're just going to harass this guy. Oh, and yeah, Stoff guy actually had his expansion long since. Okay, so this is where it ends. I just stim in with my marauders and take out the tanks. Well, most of the tanks anyway. A 4 micro from this guy prevents him from sieging up the tank, and I win up losing, and also sending his mule for an attack, which I don't know why I did that actually. But it doesn't matter. So at this point in the game, I was just barely getting my third expansion up, my second expansion, my third base up, which is really lame. You know, it's like the 22nd minute into the game. But I have to say the fact that we did have a couple of interesting battles. So a nice drop coming in from this guy. He has 6 fully medivacs, and I guess he's going to take out this expansion right here. Oh shit, look at the APM from my partner. 500 APM. Wow. Oh yeah, morphing in these brainies, I guess. Okay. Yeah, so at this point we were just macroing up like crazy. Let's look at the army counting station. At this point we are pretty much even. Yeah, I'd have to say we're pretty much even. Although this drop right here was going to kick us in the ass. Yeah, he's just taking all of his banelings and going there. And at the same time, the stuff guy was deciding to do another contain on us. Now, interestingly enough, he didn't micro these as well as he could, because look at this. He just has 2 units in one tank, a marine, a marauder in one tank, just waiting there. And at this point I guess I decide to, or two tanks, there were two tanks exactly, and at this point I decided to go back because I think we noticed that they had these expansions up, so I just decided to go in for another quick stim and destroy this expansion as well. Okay, so the fourth planetary fortress goes down. Let's see on upgrades. I've got 1-1 for my infantry and 0-0, while they had 0-0 upgrades. Where's the army from this guy? Yeah, I guess they basically had 0-0 upgrades. And my friend here had also 0-0 upgrades, which is pretty, you know, that's a big mistake from us. Oh, and he also had 1-1 upgrades. If my mouse lets me, oh yeah, he also had 1-1 upgrades. Look at that, and his friend coming in from the back, just helping him. But unfortunately, I had the support, the very good support of my friend. Alright, so this battle was pretty much won. As you can see on this map, it's pretty easy going around a turn contain, a leapfrogging contain like this. Especially if you don't focus on any units and on any air units. As you can see, I've got 1700 gas, which I do not use, and this was a big blunder by me. I've sent all of these SCVs over here, and sadly I didn't note, or I didn't remember that the guy had the army right here, so I guess I lost like 2/3 of those, something like that. Let me just look at the economy. Do I have the economy here? Resources. Yeah, or units, better, yeah. So the red guy only had 9 SCVs. Oh yeah, exactly, because he sent these to the expansions. His ally had 44, not too shabby. My ally had 29 and I only had 37, which wasn't also bad, but it could have been much better than that. Okay, so my friend decides to go in for another attack, and this here, you know, this is terrifying because it's protected from one side. It's got you know, this tank right here protecting it as well, so you know this isn't such a good idea. Not microing that wall, I actually told him that he actually, you know, he sacrificed 2 banelings for just 2 marines, and usually it's like the other way around. But at the same time, I was you know, sure of defending this location right here. I took all of my infantry and put it all the way back here, because the tanks are as good as they are in the first rounds, you know. If they land a couple of good shots on that Marine Marauder ball, or I don't know, Protoss ball of units, then that's it. That's what the tanks can do. It's just, you know, landing some good shots on those guys. At this time, my friend was going in from the back and just putting the hurt on this guy. But it wasn't that much, just zerglings, just speedlings with no upgrades, except for speed, of course. And Stoffguy decides to push in. This is a big blunder that I do. I put in all of my units here, and I'm trying to snipe tanks, which, don't get me wrong, I think I get like, I don't know, 3 tanks, 4 tanks. I sniped like 4 or 5 tanks, something like that. But yeah, tanks duking it out, isn't that cool? But this is the mistake that I make. I try to take the tower thinking that my tank here will actually see the other one, which it didn't. They are just at the limit right here. So basically my army is, yeah, it's pretty much fucked. And basically, yeah, we were behind. We weren't doing that good, because he had this gold expansion, he had this other expansion up, while I was just getting, I didn't even have both gases, but you know, I didn't need them, and I was just getting my third expansion right now. Great. So at this point I think I just decided to macro up a lot. Let's just go see the production tab. Well, actually no, I didn't. Getting a planetary fortress right here. So some of the mistakes that we've made was you know, stay contained, because they try to contain us. good. Actually, my friend here had the great idea of going for a double expand after our first two attacks, and I just waited. I just waited perhaps too much. And what you want to do in this situation right here is just do the best that you can with your micro, because if you can manage manage your units and manage your losses in a way that will, you know, help you, then you'll be able to basically win this either way. Okay, let's see what's happening now. Also, the units that we got weren't actually that good, because we're like 32 minutes in this game and we barely had some neutralists, and I was just going for a Marine Marauder and tank ball, and yeah, it wasn't such a pretty sight. So luckily for us, we are still ahead, I think, in units lost. Yeah, or no, we actually weren't. We were like 1,000 mirrors behind, which isn't that much, but we were still behind. But it doesn't matter, because I reckon, what do I reckon here? Yeah, I think it's the final push coming down. Exactly, I'm going to the side, going to be abusing this backdoor entrance and just take out all of these production buildings, which there aren't a lot, because as I've said, this is like Silver League. We're not that good. Actually, I think our opponents were both in gold or gold and platinum, something like that, because they were favored in this game at the beginning of it, at least. And yeah, let's just speed this up a bit, because it's nothing much happening. My opponent trying to get some harass on, but he clearly didn't have enough units. Okay, so I'm just moving out with my massive Marine Marauder ball. Let's just look at the army count. I wasn't that much ahead, but at least this guy didn't decide to help his friend, you know. Okay, so I basically just cleaned this up right here, and my friend decides to go in with rolling banelings, which still didn't have no upgrades. And I don't know why he retreats. Oh, he retreated because I was kicking their asses in their own base. And this is my style. You know, some people just go for the command center, but there was nothing much else here to do. And look at this, my Marines and Marauders were stimmed out beyond any point, but they were still able to come on top and destroy it. So I guess this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it wasn't too boring, because I know that I usually am a bit boring. And I'll be tuning in with more videos on StarCraft 2. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and yeah, take care. Ciao.